The project really started for us using the idea of forest as a metaphor for the kind of cultural diversity that we were hoping to bring to it. And then we thought, well, why not actually bring the forest into the scheme as well? Shenzhen is surrounded by mangrove forest and wetlands, and the city government have achieved a great deal in terms of protecting this and restoring it. And we were very aware of this, and we felt that it would be an amazing idea to bring a small amount of that natural context into this very urban context. The spatial organisation of the landscape design is linear. The space that we're designing for is linear. It's a fairly broad but a long space between existing buildings, and then interspersed with new buildings that we're proposing and connecting into underground networks connecting metro stations. So it's a 3D matrix, and along that length we have what we're calling a green valley, which is sometimes accessible on foot, at other times you experience it at the treetop level, and it provides the context and the setting for the entire culture park. I think the metaphor between a natural biodiversity and cultural diversity is a really powerful one. And when we look at, say, an ancient woodland, we see tall trees, but we also see tiny forest floor flowers that might only flower for a few weeks before the trees come into leaf. So there are hundreds, thousands of species that are all interrelated. They all have very specific relationships with each other, and that is how a real city works, and that is how culture works, and that is the driver for this project. The practical advantages of this kind of intense greening are numerous. They can achieve several degrees lowering of ambient temperatures. They take the load off the drainage system. They improve the acoustics. But the advantages for health and well-being are also incredibly important, purely from a psychological point of view. The constant reminder of where we all come from, and the fact that we are all natural. The changing seasons, the encouragement of birds and butterflies into the project. In a way, it's extraordinary that this doesn't happen more often, but there's a very strong move globally now, I think, to try to remind an increasingly urbanized population of the importance of biodiversity. So we're not solving a loss of habitat problem here, but we're making a profound psychological connection with the natural world and our increasingly urban context.